Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to everybody. Hope that you people are doing really well. You might have got I'm pretty sure that you have got my previous lecture. A little recap from the previous lecture, and then I will be moving to our today's new topic. In this way you will be very much एक recap से फायदा ही हो जाएगा. You will be knowing that what we have done in the previous lecture. In the previous lecture started with the gathering of information. The gathering of information encapsulated the points of the components of a modern marketing information system. Modern marketing always calls for the customers and the importance of the customers. Modern marketing always talks about the relationship and the deep bond with the customers. Although every manager in an organization need to observe the outside environment, but the major responsibility for identifying significant marketplace changes falls to the company's marketers. The two advantages of this particular thing is that the marketer have a disciplined method for collecting information, and they spend more time than anyone else interacting with the customers and observing competition and others outside the firms and the groups. Marketing information system basically consists of people, equipment, and the procedures to gather, sort, analyze, evaluate, and distribute the needed, timely, and accurate information to marketing decision makers. Our marketing information relies on internal company records, which comprises of order to payment cycle, sales information system, database, data warehousing, and data mining, and marketing intelligence. We discussed it in a deep detail last time. A marketing information relies on the order to payment cycle, which is the heart of the internal record system. Sale representatives, the dealers, and the customers, they send orders to the firm. The sales department prepare the invoices and it transmits the copies to the various departments, and they back orders out of stock items. They ship the items, they generate shipping and billing documents that go to the various departments, and the various departments keep the data of the customer with them, and in this way the data is disseminated among the various departments. Today's companies need to perform these steps very quickly and accurately because customers favor firms that can promise timely delivery. An increasing number of companies are using the internet and the extranets to improve the speed, accuracy, and efficiency of the order to payment cycle. If any one of these value delivery chains makes a problem, at the end of the day, the relationship gets into the problem. So the internal data has to be stored at the different levels, at the different channels. The other point related to the internal records is the sales information system. Marketing managers need timely and accurate reports on the current sales. Walmart operates a sales and inventory data warehouse, and it captures data on every item, for every customer, for every store, every day, and refreshes it every hour. For example, the IT staff at headquarters tapped into the data warehouse the morning after Thanksgiving and noticed the East Coast sales of a computer monitor holiday special were far below the expectations. Marketing staff contacted stores and learned the computers and monitors were not being displayed together. So potential buyers could not see what they were getting for the posted price. Calls went out to Walmart stores across the country to rearrange the displays. By 9:30 that morning, the pace of the sales could be seen picking up in the company's database. So Walmart also transmits nightly orders to its many suppliers for new shipments of replacement stock, even entrusting some companies such as Procter & Gamble with the management of its inventory. Modern organized large format retailers in India also follow systematic methods to manage supply chain and inventories. Companies must carefully interpret the sales data so as not to draw the wrong calculation. So sales information system, the managers who are very much in contact with the customers, they need to be very much updated regarding the customers so that the internal data can be recorded in a valuable way. Then we spoke about the databases, data warehouses, and data mining. As we know that today companies organize their information into databases, customer databases, product databases, salesperson databases, and then combine data from the different databases. For example, the customer database will contain every customer's name, every customer's address, past transactions, and sometimes even demographics and psychographics. What are the demographics? The study of the age, gender, income level of the particular segment. And psychographics basically refer as the activities, interests, and opinions of the several people. So databases basically are the data which can be sorted, and data mining is something that you take out the data which is like of the use to you. So this is how the data is managed. At the end of the day, we discussed about the marketing intelligence system. The basic difference I discussed with you people was the internal records keep the data, which is a result data, and marketing intelligence data is that data which comes to you as a happening data. It's something that is not happened, that has to happen, and beforehand, it's a futuristic sort of an approach that you keep an eye on the happenings of environment, and then you take decisions accordingly, and this makes the company successful in the longer run. This was something regarding the previous lecture that I delivered on Monday, and you might have got the recorded lecture in the classroom. Today's lecture is about analyzing the macro environment. Plus, before I go ahead, after reading the macro environment or after getting to know about that, why studying macro environment is very, very important. Studying macro environment is very, very important because we are always surrounded by many forces and many actors which are not in our control. I would be going about it again. We are surrounded by many factors and many things which are not, we are surrounded by that and we cannot control them. Marketing environment are basically those forces and those actors which are around us, and we need to take care of it. And if we do not take care of it, the problem is that we will if we do not take care of it, we can be the ones who get led behind, and we cannot take up and keep up the pace with the changing environment. Before going ahead, I would be telling you about the company's marketing environment. A company's marketing environment consists of actors, the people who are involved in it, and forces outside the marketing that affect marketing management's ability to build and maintain successful relationship with target markets, with target customers. Successful relationship basically is the key and the nucleus of the marketing side. When we talk about marketing, the first thing that comes to our mind is basically the relationship and the bond that we carry, and the bond that we have with our customers. There are two sort of environments that we have to keep in mind: the task environment and the broad environment. We studied in the core marketing concept. The task environment is basically called the micro environment. That environment which is in our control. The task environment or the micro environment is that environment which is in our control, something that we can control, something that we can have the hold on. And the micro environment is comprised of the company itself, the suppliers. What is the company all about? Company is all about the top management, the board of directors. Suppliers are all the partners, marketing partners who are, supply chain ke bare mein you have studied about the core marketing concept. They come in the micro environment. They are the people who are facilitating you, who are helping you in carrying out your activities. The marketing intermediaries are those people who are linking you with the, who are helping you out in carrying out your activities. For example, bankings hai, for example, resellers hai, the physical distribution firm, the logistic partners. These are all the marketing intermediaries who are connecting you with the end user. Whereas there are the competitors also, which are in the task environment. The competitors are the marketing concept states that to be successful, company must provide greater customer value and satisfaction than its competitors do. Marketers must do more than simply adapting to the needs of the target customers. They also must gain the strategic advantage by positioning their offerings strongly against the competitors. They need to know about their competitors so profoundly that they make something which is different than their competitors. Then the public is there. The public is something which we call the different sort of public which is around us, the stakeholders, the media stakeholders, the local public, and everybody surrounding us, which is like जिनके ऊपर हमारा direct impact है या नहीं है. Then there are the customers who are there, who for whom we are working. They are business to business customers. They are consumer markets. They are business markets. They are government markets. They are international markets. So these are all the customers to us, and these are all somehow the other related to us. Today we will be talking about the macro environment. Since you have an idea about how we can gather the information, because when we do not gather the information, without having a data, we cannot do well in the market. We cannot do things in a better way in the market. So upon that data, we need to do things. अब बात ये आती है कि हमने डाटा किस क्या लेना है और डाटा हमने किस तरीके से लेना है. For that purpose, we need to analyze the macro environment. When we talk about the macro environment, the first thing that comes to our mind is the successful companies recognize and respond profitably to unmet needs and trends. Successful companies, basically those companies who make the customer satisfied. Successful companies are those companies who are maybe following the holistic approach. Holistic approach is taking the market as a whole and telling you over here, I'm telling you what successful companies are all about. अभी तक जितना आपने marketing को पढ़ा, successful companies refer to those companies जो अपनी core marketing concepts के ऊपर बहुत profoundly जो है वो act कर रही हैं, जो अपने core marketing concepts को बहुत अच्छे तरीके से जो है वो देख रही हैं. Those successful companies जो कि इस बात को लेके चल रही हैं कि holistic marketing को they give preference to the holistic marketing. Holistic marketing comprises of the internal marketing. Internal marketing talks about keeping all your employees and everybody which is inside the company, they are keeping them happy. And when you talk about the relationship marketing, in holistic marketing, successful companies take care of the relationship that they have with their partners and with their customers. They recognize and respond profitably to unmet needs. What are the unmet needs? Some needs which are even sometimes they are stated by the customers, sometimes they are not stated by the customers. Successful companies keep on taking the reviews from the customers upon the things that they have already given to the market. They keep on taking the insights from the companies, and they try to embed that things, and they try to embed the things into the new innovation. So this is how successful companies, somehow or the other, they recognize and then they respond profitably to the unmet needs and trends. Now we need to know about that. What are basically the company's macro environment? The company and all the other actors operate in the larger macro environment of forces that shape opportunities and pose threats to the company. This shows the 6 major forces in the company's macro environment. There are 6 things that we have to keep in mind that we're going to do ahead. But first of all, before going further, I would like to have a differentiation between the needs and the trends. What is the difference between the needs and the trends? Companies manage to create solutions to unmet customer needs. For example, Air Blue in Pakistan. Air Blue is a aircraft company which provides the air facility to the common users. Air Blue in Pakistan have entered the air circuit. Air Blue एक private organization है जो कि flight और जो aircrafts के business के अंदर जो कि service देती है लोगों को to take them from one place to another through air, entered the air circuit and providing domestic as well as the international flights too. By offering good packages, these companies are drawing new customers. क्या चक्कर है कि they are actually identifying the needs. Enterprising individuals and companies manage to create solutions to unmet customer needs. Always remember, we always should be, as a successful companies, we always need to have one thing in our mind, that we should be catering the customers. We should be always trying to find out the needs which are not met yet. They are something that we are, आपको competitive advantage और आपको अपने competitor पे advantage तब मिलता है जब you are doing something beyond and you are doing something extraordinary well, and you're doing something which has not been done before. Pakistan में इससे पहले Pakistan PIA was one airline that used to provide the air facilities to the customers, but AirBlue came in with the need that people need to travel and more people need to travel, so they came up with the competitive prices, and they came up with the competitive packages so that they can cater the people in a better way, and they gave the competition to the other what you call other companies as well. I would be calling it the privatization came in, the private sector came in, and it gave a quite lot of competition to the government, and to the PIA, which was the Pakistan International Airline. So this is how the air travel industry in South Asia, it witnessed the unprecedented boom. Several new low-cost entrants, such as many other like Go Air in India, Air Blue in Pakistan, they entered the domestic air circuit, and some of these airlines have even started operating international flights. By offering low prices, these new airlines companies are drawing in new customers as well as increasing the usage rate. When you get the low prices, people go for that particular thing. So these companies are addressing the needs for cheap, no frills air transport service. Over here I would be giving an example of another thing also, which is Adamji Insurance of Pakistan. It identified the need. It identified the need for the livestock protection. See, Pakistan is basically an agricultural country. Pakistan is an agricultural country where we go for the livestock. Livestock is a cattle farming, or having, we need animals, on Bakra Eid, and we eat the meat, and we have it's the nation which consumes the meat and on the regular basis. So Adamji Insurance find out this particular need among the cattle farmers. Cattle farmers are those people जो के जानवर रखते हैं, जानवरों को पालते हैं. तो आदमजी इंश्योरेंस ने उनके लिए एक लाइफ स्टॉक प्रोटेक्शन का एक इंश्योरेंस निकाला, एक कैटेगरी निकाली, दैट ऑफर्ड लाइफ स्टॉक इंश्योरेंस फॉर द कवरेज ऑफ द डेथ ऑफ कैटल ड्यू टू नेचुरल कॉजेज, यानी जल्जिले के दौरान, सैलाब के दौरान अगर कुछ हो जाता है जानवरों को, तो दैट वाज द कवरेज बाय आदमजी इंश्योरेंस. बिकॉज आपका मुल्क बेसिकली एक एग्रीकल्चरल कंट्री है, एक कैटल फार्मिंग के ऊपर it actually earns its revenues upon that. Disease, injury or accident के through जो animals खत्म हो जाते हैं, so they came up, they identified the need. They identified the need among the people that they need this thing very very much, and they they identified the need, and they tried to cater this need as well. So this is how we keep on going into the markets. We keep on understanding the needs, wants, and demands of the masses, and then we try to develop the products and services in order to fulfill those demands and those needs. This is how different companies are working in this order. Now there's a point we distinguish among the fads, trends, and mega trends. There's a differentiation. There are different terms which are being used in the market, and we need to study about these particular terms. हम लोगों को as a marketer पता होना चाहिए कि इन तमाम चीज़ों के अंदर क्या फ़र्क है. What is the difference, or what is the difference between or among these particular terms. So सबसे पहले जो हमारे पास आ जाता है फर्क, सबसे पहले जो मैं डिस्कस कर रही हूँ, that is a fad. A fad is unpredictable, short-lived, and without social, economic, and political significance. For example, fad basically वो trend है which is an intense, जो कि बहुत शिद्दत से आता है, and widely shared enthusiasm for something, especially one that is short-lived, a craze. फैड एक वो ट्रेंड होता है जो कि बहुत जल्दी आता है और बहुत जल्दी चला भी जाता है. इट डजंट लास्ट फॉर अ लॉन्गर टाइम. ये वो नीड है जो कि फौरन आती है और फौरन चली जाती है. इसके पीछे ना कोई पर्टिकुलर खास रीजंस होते हैं. इट इज अ क्रेज ऑफ द टाइम. इसकी एक एग्जांपल हमारे पास इंटरनेशनल ब्रांड की है, विच इज बीनी बेबीज, a line of stuffed toys created by American businessman H.T.Y. Warner, who founded TY Incorporate in 1986. Notably, the toys are stuffed with plastic pellets, beans, rather than conventional soft stuffing PVC and PE, giving Beanie Babies a flexible feel. The toys come in many different forms, mostly animals. In an interview, Warner said the whole idea was it looked real because it moved. Uh, एक बीनी बेबीज के नाम से एक प्रोडक्ट आया, अगर आप ऑनेस्टली जाएं इंटरनेट के ऊपर तो यू विल फाइंड मैनी मैनी साइट्स विच आर डीलिंग विद बीनी बेबीज. उसके अंदर बजाय इसके कि पीवीसी सॉर्ट ऑफ एक फर एक मटेरियल उसके अंदर हो, इसके बजाय उसके अंदर बॉल्स हैं, जिसकी वजह से एक वो जो प्रोडक्ट है दैट मूव्स एंड दैट गिव्स यू अ फील ऑफ दैट इट इज बेसिकली रियल एंड इट इज मूविंग अराउंड. सो दिस इज समहाउ अ थिंग which was being used by the people. It was a fad. Every child wanted to have it. So fad is something which we call it. बताने का मकसद ये है कि मैक्रो एनवायरनमेंट के अंदर एनालाइजिंग द मैक्रो एनवायरनमेंट वी नीड टू नो अबाउट दीज थिंग्स कि कौन सी चीज़ आती है और वो झटके के साथ चली जाती है, जस्ट गोज अवे. इट इज़ नोन एज अ फैड एंड इट डजंट लास्ट फॉर लॉन्ग. ये यूजुअली इट इज़ समथिंग अ हिट ऑफ अ टाइम, आपके लक की वजह से चलती है. इट हैज गॉट नो फर्दर एक्सप्लेनेशन, बट फैट इज अ कैटेगरी that comes and goes, and people just go for it. Next thing is that I would like to discuss over here. Although created in 1993 during the last half of the 1990s, Beanie Babies, the same toy, emerged as a major fad and collectibles. Collectible is basically that people used to keep it as a collection. They have been cited. They have been They have been cited as being the world's first internet sensation in 1995. एक ऐसा क्रेज आया जो कि वर्ल्ड में एक इंटरनेट की सेंसेशन बन गया. It was the the style of that time. They were collected not only as toys but also as a financial investment due to the high resale value. People used to come and people used to do the auctions on that कि उनके पास ये चीज़ है और they have got the different animals in that particular shape and they used to just sell it और उसके ऊपर people used to earn investments over it. For getting fad right, you need matter of luck and good timing than anything else. इसकी कोई एग्जाम्पल या इसकी कोई रीज़न नहीं है कि क्यों एक पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट आता है और एक सिंड्रोम की तरह लोगों के जहन के ऊपर छा जाता है. इट इज़ जस्ट समथिंग, इट कम्स. बहुत सारे ऐसे ट्रेंड्स हमारे अंदर आते हैं जो कि लास्ट नहीं करते, बट इट इज़ जस्ट दैट मोमेंट, just that time that people just try to have it. And ये उन कंपनीज का मैटर होता है, मैटर ऑफ लक होता है कि वो आती हैं और वो उस टाइम के ऊपर छा जाती हैं. बीनी बेबीज was one of that particular sort. After that, we have got the trends. A trend is a direction of sequence of events that has some momentum and durability. Trends are more predictable and durable than fads. Trend is a direction or sequence. Trend is basically a vector entity. इसका कोई ना कोई रुझान, इसकी कोई ना कोई डायरेक्शन होती है, इसके पीछे कोई ना कोई स्टडी होती है. It's a sequence of events that has some momentum. इसका कोई ना कोई इसका बैकग्राउंड होता है, इसकी कोई ना कोई ड्यूरेबिलिटी होती है. ट्रेंड्स आर मोर प्रिडिक्टेबल एंड ड्यूरेबल देन फैड्स. फैड्स के पीछे कोई कहानी नहीं होती, ट्रेंड्स के पीछे कोई ना कोई नीड होती है या कोई ना कोई चीज़ होती है या कोई ना कोई वांट होती है जिसकी बेसिस के ऊपर हम चीज़ों को प्रिडिक्ट करके उसको फर्दर जो है हम उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं. A trend reveals the shape of the future and provides many opportunities. A trend reveals the shape of the future and provides many opportunities. For example, the percentage of people who value physical fitness and well-being has risen steadily over the years, especially in the under 30 group. Now, see, there's a trend among the people that they need to keep fit. The trend is again, अगर आप देखो तो trend again वापस आया है towards going back to the herbal products, going back to the herbal and the natural things. People want to look young. It is again in the trend. Young women, upscale consumer, and people living in the West, they are the basic people who are bringing into the trend the active lifestyle. The people who belong to the middle class, or the people belong to the lower middle class, their lifestyle is very active. Whereas the people who belong to the upscale class, who are upscale consumers, over there also, to reduce the obesity, there's a trend to keep up with the gyms. So the opportunities of the gyms, ये ट्रेंड को पढ़ना बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है. जब आप ये अवेयरनेस क्रिएट करते हैं या किसी ना किसी तरीके से, फॉर एग्जांपल एक एग्जांपल कोट करूंगी, आई होप दैट यू वुड बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड. And if you are not able to understand, so we will be talking about it on Friday in the interactive session with me at probably at 10 o'clock. तो इन दैट रिगार्ड देखें, ट्रेंड कुछ इस तरह से आता है कि एक प्रॉब्लम अराइज होती है. लेट्स सपोज एन XYZ clients go to the nutritionist, and the nutritionist says that you need to reduce the weight. Obesity की वजह से आपको ब्लड प्रेशर का प्रॉब्लम है, आपको 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 कोलेस्ट्रॉल्स का प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है. So with that particular perspective, they need to have an active lifestyle. Active lifestyle calls for the lot of walk, lot of exercises. Upscale consumers always demand, when they have got the demand to, when they are backed by the buying power, they want to have a place where they can go and they can exert their calories. And in that particular regard, they need to have the gym. So the trend starts for the parks where they can go and have a walk. The trend is set for for the gyms where the people can go and start exercising. So in that particular regard, the trend, I would go about the definition. The trend is a direction of sequence. Uske piche koi na koi need hai. The need is basically somehow or the other. In this particular example, the need is the obesity, to reduce the obesity, ये मोटापा लोगों के अंदर ख़त्म करना, सो दैट अगर ओबेसिटी कम होगी तो क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ, कोलेस्ट्रॉल्स और ब्लड प्रेशर कम होगा, एंड दैट इज़ कम, इसकी कोई ना कोई ड्यूरेबिलिटी जो है वो सामने आती है, इसकी कोई साख्त सामने आती है. एंड फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर पर्पस पीपल, the marketers have got an opportunity, they've to give something to address the needs of the people. Megatrends have been described as large social, economic, political, and technological changes that are slow to form, and once they're in place, they influence us for some time, between 7 and 10 years or longer. Young people in the region are playing an increasing significant role in the consumption of products and services. For example, due to the boom in the information technology sector in India, a large number of young people are joining the workforce. Mega trends are basically those trends which are that last for 7 to 10 years. They have been described as large social, economic, and political technological changes. Young people in the region are playing an increasingly significant role in the consumption of products and the services. अब आप ये बात नोट करो कि जब से इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी ने जब से मार्केटिंग के अंदर सोसाइटल डिफरेंसेस लाई है, very young people like you people are in the business. Many people are the ones जो कि Facebook के through business कर रहे हैं. They need very less capital to start their business. So they are bringing, it's a mega trend. What is the mega trend? That the people have started using the internet or information technology and they have started earning. जब आप earn करना start करते हैं तो बेसिकली कंज्यूमर्स के लिए, तो मार्केटर्स के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा फ़ायदा ये हो जाता है कि बहुत यंग लोग जो होते हैं आपके पास, दे हैव गॉट द बाइंग पावर, एंड once they have the buying power, they've got ability to buy. और मार्केटर्स उनको टारगेट करने लगते हैं, मार्केटर्स उनको टारगेट इसलिए करने लगते हैं बिकॉज देखो होता क्या है मार्केटिंग के अंदर, कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर के अंदर there are different roles. There are some people who are the decision makers. डिसीजन मेकर यूजुअली वो लोग नहीं होते जिनके पास पैसा होता है, जिन्होंने पैसे खर्च करने होते हैं, लेकिन मेजॉरिटी टाइम वो लोग जो कि पैसा खर्च करने वाले होते हैं वही चॉइस करने वाले होते हैं. व्हेन यू आर यंग, व्हेन यू आर गॉट द मनी इन योर हैंड, यू डेफिनेटली इन्वेस्ट इन दोज थिंग्स जो कि आप खरीदना चाहते हैं. आजकल के दौर के अंदर ये जो ब्रांडेड प्रोडक्ट्स हैं, खास तौर पे आपके ब्रांडेड कपड़े जो हैं, यूजुअली यंग गर्ल्स हु आर डूइंग देयर ओन बिजनेसेस, आपकी जो बड़ी बड़ी फर्म्स हैं टीनेजर्स को टारगेट कर रही हैं. मेगा ट्रेंड ये है कि दे आर द ट्रेंड दैट पीपल आर कमिंग इनटू द प्रोफेशनल लाइफ मोर अर्लियर देन द people are coming in the professional life at the age of 16 17 rather than being coming in 20 or 30 years old. बल्कि इससे भी कम एज के अंदर बच्चे जो हैं वो आ रहे हैं, and they are actually setting up a trend of making a business or setting a business, and they are earning money, and then they are the target of the marketers to spend money and to make products for. Young people in the region are playing an increasingly significant role in the consumption of products and the services. For example, due to the boom in the information technology sector in India, a large number of young people are joining the workforce. As a result, their purchasing power is increasing and they are becoming an important consumption group. So they are the target market of many people. Marketers are to read their buying patterns, their buying habits. They need to focus not only the role in consuming products and services, but also influencing the family consumption decisions. They're not only consuming the products, but they also are influencing the family consumption decisions. जो पैसे earn कर रहा होता है वो consumption decisions के ऊपर भी जो है वो अपना influence रखता है. For example, due to the boom in the information technology in overall India, आपको पता है India हमारे से information technology में काफी आगे है. As a result, their purchasing power is increasing and they are becoming an important consumption group. The role of the youth in consuming products and services as well as influencing family consumption decisions is undergoing a perceptible metamorphosis. Metamorphosis का मतलब है कि वो काफी stages के अंदर से गुजर रहा है. For example, some companies sell portable electronic books or e-books, but there may not be a sufficient number of people interested in reading a book on a computer screen or willing to pay the required price. This is why market research is necessary to determine an opportunity's profit potential. To help marketers spot cultural shifts that might bring new opportunities or threats, several firms offer a social cultural forecast. 2,500 people nationally each year and has tracked 35 social trends since 1971, such as, people are, living today away from possessions. The thing is that people are identifying those forces. So we need to identify the fads, the trends, and the mega trends in order to be successful in the market. What is identifying the major forces? Companies and their suppliers, marketing intermediaries. We have gone through the definitions of suppliers. We have gone through the definitions of marketing intermediaries, the customers, the competitors, and publics. They all operate in a micro environment of forces and trends, increasingly global, that shapes the opportunities and pose threats. These forces represent non-controllables, which the company must monitor and respond to. Macro environment is something which we call an uncontrollable environment. What are the new century challenges? The steep decline of the stock market, which affected savings, investments, and retirement funds. There's an unemployment, there are the corporate scandals that we have studied in ethics, and the rise of terrorism. These are the biggest challenges this millennium has seen, that. And these are those things that can never be, controlled. If they are there, we need to survive in that particular environment. Within rapidly changing global picture, the firm must monitor 6 major forces. 6 major forces हैं जिनको कंपनी ने हर लिहाज से पढ़ना है. Number 1 is demographic environment. Number 2 is natural environment. Number 3 is political and the legal environment. Number 4 is technological environment. Number 5 is economic environment. Number 6 is social cultural environment. Today we are going to study about the demographic environment. Now see what is demographic environment and why is it important for any marketer. Marketing management basically calls for the it calls for the segmentation. Segmentation is something that we need to segment the market. जब आप market को segment करते हैं तो आप segment इस लिहाज से करते हैं that you need to see the market and you need to have an insight towards it. Demographic environment refers to the human population. Population is very, very important for all of us to gauge. बिकॉज जितनी पॉपुलेशन है उतनी ही अपॉर्चुनिटी आपके पास सेगमेंटेशन की ज़्यादा है. And it surrounds a firm or nation, and that greatly affects the market. Demographic information examples include demographic information के अंदर आप किन किन चीज़ों को पढ़ते हैं. Demographic segmentation के अंदर you study the ages के कितनी यूथ है, कितनी एडल्ट्स हैं, कितने ओल्ड एज पीपल आपकी मुल्क के अंदर आप जिस जगह को केटर करने जा रहे हैं, व्हाट इज द रेशियो ऑफ द एज इन द पॉपुलेशन. You can get it from the census data of that country. Then what type of races, उस जगह के ऊपर कितनी races जो हैं वो exist करती हैं. For example, races are basically the जो differences लोगों की visual traits के अंदर होते हैं. For example, उनकी skin color, उनके बालों का कलर, मतलब एक पर्टिकुलर जगह के अंदर कितने रेसेस एग्जिस्ट करती हैं. जितनी रेसेस एग्जिस्ट करेंगी उनकी प्रेफरेंसेस और होंगी. देन व्हाट इज द एथनिसिटी ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर प्लेस. लोगों की कल्चरल वैल्यूज क्या हैं, कौन कौन सी कल्चरल वैल्यूज है. डिफरेंट रेसेस है तो उनकी एथनिसिटी भी डिफरेंट होगी. व्हाट काइंड ऑफ जेंडर्स, जेंडर्स आपके मेल एंड फीमेल के अंदर कितना क्या रेशियो है आपका. मैरिटल स्टेटस, लोगों का मैरिटल स्टेटस क्या है. मैरिटल मतलब लेजिटिमेट आपकी रिलेशनशिप्स जो है वो कितनी एग्जिस्ट करती हैं. आपकी इनकम कितनी है, इनकम की क्या डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है, एजुकेशन लेवल्स क्या हैं, एम्प्लॉयमेंट लेवल्स क्या हैं. दीज आर ऑल द थिंग्स दैट marketer needs to study while doing the demographic studies. There are a number of demographics that can affect a business. Demographics are various traits that can be used to determine product preferences or buying behavior of the consumer. Target consumers with with demographic characteristics helps maximize companies' sales and the profits. Of course, when you know about the different age groups, अगर आपको डिफरेंट एज ग्रुप्स का पता है तो आपको उन डिफरेंट एज ग्रुप्स की प्रेफरेंसेस का भी पता होगा. बिकॉज देखिए होता क्या है कि 18 साल की उम्र में जो आपकी प्रेफरेंसेस हैं 25 ईयर्स की एज के अंदर वो आपकी प्रेफरेंसेस बिल्कुल भी नहीं होंगी. सो मार्केटर नीड्स टू अंडरस्टैंड. You cannot be market myopic to provide the 25 years old person a product which is preferred by 18 years old. जब आप 18 साल वाला प्रोडक्ट 25 साल वाले बंदे को टारगेट करने लगेंगे तो probably you can end up into the disaster. Demographic studies इस वजह से important रोल प्ले करती हैं. Next we have is here. I would like to define the age over here. Age is the most basic variable of them all. Albeit means though, the most important because consumer preferences continually changes with the age. That is what I have discussed previously. Almost all marketing campaigns target age specific audience. I think this is very much clear. Then what is the race? थोड़ी देर पहले मैंने अभी डिस्कस किया आपसे that race is all about the visual differences among the people, how they look, how they sound, what are their hair color. The term race or racial group refers to dividing the human species into the groups. The most widely used human racial types are those based on visual traits such as skin color, facial features or the type of hair. आपको for example अगर type of hair एक particular for example if they are blacks which reside in your country, आप ये बात देखेंगे कि उनके बाल तो ऑलरेडी कर्ल्ड हैं. यू शुड नॉट बी प्रोवाइडिंग देम विद दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट जो उनके बालों को मजीद कर्ल कर दे. यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट द प्रेफरेंस दैट व्हाट इज देयर प्रेफरेंस रिगार्डिंग देयर hair, what do they really want their hair to be like, so that you can provide them with that particular product. Then there's an ethnic group. An ethnic group or ethnicity is a category of people who identify with each other, usually on the basis of presumed similarities such as common languages, ancestry, history, society, culture, nation, or social treatment within their residing areas. For example, हमारी ethnic values में ये बात शामिल है that in Pakistan or in India in the subcontinent, this is our cultural value that we try and we still we like to live in the joint families. This is one of the ethnicities. So the companies who target their products, especially any eatables or something like that, Eid ka mahal hai ya kuch bhi, we always try to cater the families. So in this regard, ethnicity को भी सामने रखना बहुत important है. Demographic cultural environment में और demographic environment में इस चीज को study कर दिया. Differences between race and ethnicity. This is a very important thing that we really need to differentiate. Race refers to a person's physical characteristics such as bone structure and skin or the hair color or the hair. Ethnicity, however, refers to the cultural factors. Ethnicity cultural factors को refer करता है, including nationality, regional culture, ancestry, and the language. Ethnicity refers to all these the cultural factors or nationality and things like that. हमारी values क्या हैं, हमारी ancestors क्या कहते हैं, and the stuff like that. Differences between after that, we have the changes in the world's demographics have major implication for the business. If you remember, in China, population एक बहुत बड़ा important role play करती है और youth उससे भी बड़ा important role play करती है, because youth किसी भी organization के लिए एक asset है for the coming years. We call it the customer equity. Well, in China, we hear that there was a time in 1970s, 1978 and 79, there was one policy that came out that was a one-child family. It was something like that they used to encourage one-child family. उन्होंने birth control के ऊपर जोर दिया in 1978 to provide people एक तो कंट्रोल करने के लिए पॉपुलेशन को, लेकिन उसके कुछ आफ्टर इफेक्ट्स ये आने लगे, उसके कुछ पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट्स थे, कुछ नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट्स थे. पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट्स ये थे दैट पीपल हैड वन चाइल्ड और उस एक बच्चे के ऊपर दे यूज्ड टू इन्वेस्ट अ लॉट. और कुछ प्रॉब्लमैटिक सिचुएशन ये थी दैट दे यूज्ड टू जब यंगर जनरेशन ही नहीं है तो जो प्रोडक्ट्स बेबीज के लिए बन सकते हैं या जो रेवेन्यू आप उनसे क्रिएट कर सकते हैं वहां पे उनकी जरूरत नहीं थी. सो द प्लान कॉल्ड फॉर द फैमिलीज टू हैव वन चाइल्ड ईच इन ऑर्डर टू कर्ब मीन्स टू रिस्ट्रिक्ट और टू स्टिक or to then surging population and alleviate social, economic, environmental problems in China. उन्होंने एलिवेट किए सोशल इकोनॉमिक एनवायरमेंटल प्रॉब्लम्स को, बढ़ती हुई आबादी को रोका, सो दैट दे कैन प्रोवाइड पीपल विद जितनी भी उनकी रिसोर्सेज थी उनका ऑप्टिमल वो इस्तेमाल करें. लोगों को उन्होंने इस बात के बारे में लर्न करवाया, एजुकेट किया कि इफ यू हैव वन चाइल्ड यू कैन गिव मोर अटेंशन टू देम. सो द पॉलिसी केम आउट टू कंट्रोल द situation and to give the good economic and environmental problems को solve करने के लिए. But in the longer run there was not a customer equity in the shape of the young people, because जब youth की रेशियो ही बड़ी कम होगी अगर आप population के ऊपर control होगा. So in Pakistan, young people of 14 years on younger comprise close to the 40%. इसके बरक्स पाकिस्तान और इंडिया बहुत ज़्यादा lucrative थे Procter and Gamble जैसी products के लिए, जिन्होंने बाद में Pampers निकाले. Because आप ये बात नोट करें कि 40% of the population, out of which 14% are 4 years old or younger, which actually gives a very big segment to the FMCGs. And looking at the population situation in Pakistan, India, Procter and Gamble launched its world famous disposable diapers brand in Pampers in Pakistan. आप ये बात नोट करो that they gave a very big option to the people where they studied the population and they saw that 14% ऐसे लोग हैं जो कि 4 years and younger हैं, तो उनके पास तो ये ऑप्शन आ गया कि वो पैम्पर जैसी प्रोडक्ट को पाकिस्तान में दे सकें. एंड देन व्हाट दे डिड वाज they taught the young mothers that if they will take this product that would be of the use. Marketers keep close track of the demographic trends and developments in their markets. They keep on tracking changing ages and family structures, geographic location shifts, educational characteristics and population diversity. I would like you people to study this topic as a whole, and I would be starting from the disposable income on Friday. Friday wale then at 10 o'clock, I will be coming to you people through interactive session, and we'll be covering entire thing. We will be revising the previous lecture, this lecture, and we will be completing this lecture, and I'll be taking the questions upon the demographic environment, because in the next lecture on Monday, I will be covering the economic environment. So in this class, you have studied the components of a modern marketing. हमने इसका recap किया. You should be very much equipped of the knowledge of the internal records. You should be knowing about the marketing intelligence programs. You should be knowing about the difference between the fads, trends, and the mega trends, and why marketers should be knowing about the differentiation. We should be keeping the mega trends in the mind. And then we studied and the analyzation of the macro environment. We have started the demographic environment, the population study. Why we need to study the population? We need to figure out एज अ मार्केटर के एजेस क्या क्या हैं, मार्केट को सेगमेंट करने के लिए हम किस सेगमेंट को प्रॉपर्ली मार्केट कर सकते हैं विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द एज, with respect to the income, with respect to the gender. We will be discussing it in the quite lot of detail, inshallah, on Friday at 10 o'clock interactive session के अंदर. Till then, take care of yourself. आप इसको study करें अच्छे से and then come back to me with the questions.